Coach, Iowa defense, one of the best in the country, and yet you say it's drastically simple. Explain.
Yeah, very simple, very clean defense. They're a 4-3 defense, and they run just a few coverages, but they're obviously great at what they do. And you know what? They've been great for a long time. Deep coordinator Phil Parker is the best in the business. 8 straight years they held the opponents to under 20 points per game, which is really unheard of. Plus 20-yard runs for the season. Out of 410 runs, one. I think we'll find it here in a minute on the video. 2 rushing touchdowns all season, plus 20 big plays, 20-yard plays. Out of 832, 18 of them, that's it. They just don't give up big plays. That is the best in the business.
So, Coach, after hours of looking for explosive plays, we found a few. Let's go to the film room and look at them.
All right, Coach Denaro, here you go. We found one of the 18 of 832 plays where the Iowa defense gave up a 20-yard play. So they play a quarters defense, which we talked about. The pressure point of this defense, if you can find one, is the safeties. Why? They're in conflict. They're run players and they're pass players, and normally safeties are a little less athletic than the corners. So watch the number 2 receiver up top. He's got inside leverage on the defender.
Right.
So he's beat him by leverage and alignment already. They have to try to somehow to grab the safety over the number 3 receiver, which they do with the vertical stem. As you can see now, the safety's isolated on the number 2.
Right.
That's a receiver going full speed on a safety, and he beats him, plays him flat-footed, beats him, the quarterback delivers a perfect ball. So this is a pressure point. Who are the pressure points on this defense? It's the safety.
Coach, how many run plays did you have to watch to find a big run against
We found it.
We found it.
Yeah. Out of 410 run plays, we found it. The 120-yard rush. And there's some creativity here. At Western, this is so long ago, it's Western Michigan. But it's unbalanced. You can see they have 2 tight ends here and 2 receivers. That's 4 offensive players, receivers to our right as we're looking at it. So it's an unbalanced look.
Right.
They get a little creative, which you're going to have to do to move the ball in Iowa, and the quarterback reads the defensive end. The tight end crunches back or comes across a formation. Quarterback reads the end. The linebacker actually misfits this, which doesn't happen very often at Iowa. They catch Iowa in man coverage. They don't play a lot of man. And here you see a big hit here by Western Michigan.
Coach, let's watch another big run.
There aren't any. That's it. We found it.
We found it.
Gerry, I picked the last one here, one of the 2% of the plays, but there's a lot here. Remember the pressure points. Pressure points of quarters defense are the safeties.
Right.
Because the safeties they're conflict players, which means they're responsible for the run, but they're also responsible for the pass. And when they get caught in pass, at times it's man coverage. Here you can see the safety up top. Why is he coming down? He feels, see the left tackle blocks down.
Right.
The backside guard pulls. It looks like run. The guy coming in motion really does a nice job. Watch him kind of act like he's blocking. And then he goes.
Yep.
He's conflicting the safety, which is what? The pressure point of the defense. Quarterback does a nice job. So once again, a lot of creativity here. There's a lot to unpack with this play. Let's go back to the board and take a look at it.
As exhausting as that was, we finally found some plays that were explosive against the Iowa defense. We watched 3. Let's talk about the last one we watched.
Yeah, we actually had to go hire extra people to find the 3 out of 800 snaps or whatever. So very disciplined defense, very good defense. When you game plan against a defense, any defense, but particularly Iowa, you need to find the pressure points. And what's pressure point? I put conflict. So when you come in on Sunday, as you're prepping, you're watching, okay, which position player can we put into conflict? And in this defense, it's a safety. So the plays we watched and the one that I want to unpack a little bit, there's a lot to this, really well thought out play. So the safeties are responsible in quarters coverage. They're responsible, obviously, for pass and for run. They're expected to be in the run box. So they're watching this offensive tackle and the number 2 receiver. If the tackle blocks down, he feels a guard pull, he's going to come support run. And this other safety is going to watch number 2, but also support run. He feels this, but he also feels number 2 on him. That pulls him out. So the safety is gone.
Right.
It's basically zero coverage now. As the safety came down to support the run, the tight end did an excellent job. He came in like he's going to block. And he started to slow down. He took his eyes off him for a second, and they got a big play behind him. One of the few plays, one of out of 832, 2% of the plays, this is a big hit. Why? They focused on the people that are in conflict, and that's the safeties in this defense.
It'll be interesting to watch how Michigan attacks the pressure points of the Iowa defense. It's going to be a tremendous matchup because it's a great offense and a great defense.
Discipline and patience, because this team does not give up big plays. What they do is they're going to be very disciplined, very patient to move the ball against Iowa.